Today I want to show you how to make your own homemade coconut milk. When you're on a restrictive diet like autoimmune paleo, paleo whole30, or like even vegan or whatever you're on, finding a coconut milk without preservatives can be tricky. There are some brands out there, and that's great to use those if you have a chance to get them or an opportunity to get them. It's really quite economical. All you need is unsweetened shredded coconut and water. That's it. So I mean, it's pretty cheap to make, and you can control exactly what goes in there. You can add a date or some maple syrup or honey if you want to make it a little bit sweeter. You can add other things like vanilla or whatever to like really kind of dress it up. Maybe some fresh strawberries. I mean, just do whatever you want to do. But that way you can control to make sure that there is no guar gum or carrageenan or any other preservative, especially if you're on something like AIP where you can't have those. And those tend to cause digestive upset and just other like brain fog and things in people. So if you're trying to determine if like guar gum isn't a problem for you, then making your own homemade coconut milk is a great idea. It's really quick and it only takes a couple of minutes. You can do this like in a batch cooking session or while you have something simmering on the stove. Just go ahead and make this and you'd have enough for the week. So let me go ahead and show you how to make this. And I'm also gonna show you a cool little snack idea, a dessert snack kind of thing that I do with the pulp. And it actually kind of tastes like ricotta cheese. It's weird how it tastes and feels like that, but I'm going with it. So, but that way you can use everything. You're not wasting anything. Okay, first you're gonna need like a blender. A high-speed one like a Vitamix or a Blendtec is really best, but you can do this in a normal blender. You're also gonna want like a nut milk bag or a piece of cheesecloth so that you can strain the milk after you have mixed it so you don't have all these big chunks in there. Then you're gonna add 2 cups of shredded unsweetened coconut and 4 cups of water. You can at this time add 1 date or about a tablespoon of maple syrup if you want this sweeter as well. And then put the top on the blender and then mix it for about like 3 minutes or so until everything is really, really creamy and no flakes remain. Once you're satisfied with that, then take the nut milk bag or your cheesecloth and strain the mixture through it. You'll notice that some water or milk now goes immediately through it, but then you may also have to squeeze the bag or knead it to get out the rest of the milk. Just do this for a few minutes until you're satisfied that all of the liquid has come out of the pulp. Then pour the mixture into a jar for storage. I like to use a funnel to make sure that nothing gets out onto the counter and you don't waste any of your precious coconut milk. This milk can be stored in your refrigerator for a few days, up to a week, and you can also freeze it if you need to, preferably in like ice cube size amounts. You'll also note that sometimes it separates in the refrigerator after it's been sitting there for a while. Just give it a good shake and it should be fine. With the remaining pulp, you can make that snack I mentioned in the beginning that kind of reminds me of ricotta cheese. It's a good high in fat snack. You just add a date, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a pinch of sea salt, and a little bit of water. I added about a half cup first, but you may want to play around with that because it can be a little dry at first. And just play around and use the blender until you get a nice little mixture that resembles ricotta cheese. So you can eat this by itself, how I kind of do with coconut butter, but I also liked it on sweet potato toast with some fresh figs, some honey, some sea salt, and some fresh thyme, and that was really delicious as well. So that's it for how to make coconut milk and that weird ricotta snack thing too. It really is good. I like it a lot. I haven't tried it in like a lasagna or anything like that. I just kind of eat it by the spoonful, kind of like how I like to eat coconut butter by itself. This is a little bit more of a flavored coconut butter kind of thing. Good for some fat after a meal if you want something sweet. But yeah, that's it. And before you ask, yes, this coconut milk does work in my AIP flatbread recipe. So if you are having a hard time finding guar gum or carrageenan-free coconut milk, go ahead and use this. If you're on autoimmune paleo or thinking about doing it, I have a membership site that's AIP specific right now that has a lot of cooking videos like this on how to make things that will make your life easier, like how to make this coconut milk, whipped coconut cream, how to make tiger nut milk, and how to do a lot of other cooking things, as well as a bunch of batch cooking plans, freezer meal things where you can put a whole bunch of ingredients into bags, freeze, and then take them out and put them into a crock pot so you don't have to like spend a lot of time cooking, and a whole bunch of recipes, as well as a how to do AIP course to navigate everything that you need to know from the start to finish, as well as things like traveling and eating over friends' houses and stuff. That's at the autoimmunecollective.com, so if you want to check that out, go ahead and head on over there. I will also link to it below. And otherwise, I will see you guys next week.